Welcome back to Red Hawk Media. Today we're going to take a look at Flash again. And so far, just to kind of back up where we've been and where we're heading to, is we've covered a number of different action scripts that are known as tweens. And we've done your basic classic tween, we've done a shape tween, and we've done a number of other frame-by-frame animations as well. Today we're going to add into the tween library here yet another kind that I think you'll find a little bit more useful because, as you may have noticed, with most tweens, they only go in straight lines. Now, the actual tween that we're going to be using today is a little bit different than that, so let's go ahead and take a look. So we're going to start another document here with an action script 3.0 and get that rolling here. Now, to begin with, we're going to go ahead and just start off with a shape as we normally do. So we grab our shape tool. Let's go ahead and grab the oval. And we're going to hold shift and get us a perfect circle going here. At this point, for this particular tween, what we'll want to do is grab our selection tool. And we will select all of it, all of the shape. And again, we're going to convert this to a symbol. You can name your symbols to keep them organized. It's not a bad idea. It's kind of like naming layers in Photoshop. But we're going to call this a circle, and we're going to keep it a graphic type symbol. We'll be coming up to the movie clip one in a little bit here, and you'll see how that works exactly. And we click OK. Now, I'm going to go out to like frame 50 here, and here's where it's going to get a little bit different. On frame 50, what we would have done in the past is we would have inserted a keyframe. Okay? This time around, what we're going to do is we're just going to insert a frame. Okay? Now, you can see that it fills in this area with this gray all the way through, meaning that something is going to be happening between the starting here and the stopping. But that is yet to be dictated. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to create a different kind of tween here. So we're going to right-click on the first keyframe. And we are going to create a motion tween. Now, the motion tween, what we can do is we can hop in here at any given point, and we can drag out our circle. So I can click in at different points and just drag that circle to where I want. Cool part is I can see where I've already been. So if I want to end up all the way back at the start here, maybe right there, we'll leave it as is. Okay, so if I play this through so far, you can see it follows that green track around there. Okay, kind of handy for planning out multiple objects, especially when you have to keep track of where they are. Now, here's the truly cool part about the motion tween. After the fact, what I can do is I can come in here and I can actually edit out my different anchor points of where it's going to go. So let's say I want this just to kind of circle around the outside. There I have it. Here's another feature that's pretty neat. I grab the corners or the vertices. I'm going to grab one of the middle sections here, and I'm going to do the same process. Some of you were noticing that with a classic tween, you're always kind of stuck with it always moving in the same exact direction. And it's always straight from point A to point B, and things don't always move like that. So now we've got a little bit different motion here. So this gives you a little bit more of a flexibility with different shapes here. Things that you can do with those. You can get more complex with the paths. Get kind of interesting here. Create a kaleidoscope effect with this. If you get a bunch of objects going at the same time, it could be pretty neat. But you can see how this is going to give you a lot more flexibility for things and moving stuff around here. That's our tutorial today. At this point, you should have a classic tween, 100 frames of frame-by-frame animation. You should have the shape tween and now your motion tween, all saved onto the server. Thanks for joining us again with Red Hawk Media. We'll see you again.